It's Property of Nintendo. I am but a humble reviewer. Enjoy! Hey, what's up guys? Andrew here, and today we're going to talk about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's Blue Rescue Team. Now, when you hear the word Pokemon, you're probably thinking, alright, so you got to catch Pokemon, train them up, and become the best trainer there is. But what if one day you woke up and you were turned into a Pokemon? Now, Blue Rescue Team starts off with a questionnaire directed at the player. Now, depending how you answer these questions, the game will determine which Pokemon you will play as throughout the storyline. Now, the choices you can pick are the starter Pokemon from Gens 1 to 3, accompanied by some more popular choices such as Pikachu or Machop or Eevee, etc. And after you pick who you are, you get to choose your partner. Now, you want to pick carefully because this Pokemon will join you throughout the journey, and you want to make the best matchup you can make. And once you pick your partner, the game pretty much throws you into the world, and you got a world of chaos, to be honest. You awaken a world entirely inhabited by Pokemon, and you have no clue why. And in fact, these Pokemon, they're not just like the wild Pokemon you see. They have their own town with businesses, and these Pokemon, they each have their own personality. So the first reaction you think of is, this is great. However, this is not the case, because the world has been ravaged by natural disasters lately, causing most Pokemon to become violent. In response to these disasters and the angry Pokemon that have resulted from it, rescue teams have formed, which, as the name suggests, rescue Pokemon that need help. Now, you and your partner decide to form a team, and which is really cool. You get to name it, so it's kind of a fun part. But you get to form a team, go on missions, become the best you can be, and try and, in the meantime, uncover why these disasters are happening, and more importantly, why you've been turned into a Pokemon. Alright, now let's take a second to talk about the gameplay. Now, Blue Rescue Team has more of a tactical approach than the main series games. You see, you enter dungeons with specific missions and fight Pokemon in a top-down, turn-based grid style. And throughout the game, other Pokemon may join your rescue team, and you can select who you need for each dungeon, which in my opinion is a pretty cool tactical aspect. And items, like in any Pokemon game, will play an important role. You see, there are items that obviously restore HP and help in combat, but there are also items that help you explore dungeons, raise how smart your teammates are, the IQ they call it, which will stop them from doing stupid things. And also they'll sustain your belly, which acts as your hunger. You see, the farther you go in a dungeon, the hungrier you get. If the hunger gets to 0, you'll start to lose HP. So that's just another cool strategy aspect the game threw at you. And another cool thing is called linking moves, which allows you to, for instance, have a bubble beam next to a tackle, which could be useful in the fights against the more difficult bosses at some of the more story-driven dungeons, which are very fun, by the way. Now, some of the things I love about this game is the way they give the Pokemon individual personalities, including many favorites such as the legendary Pokemon who appear as bosses, and some cool Pokemon like a Charizard, who's a fancy, top-notch rescuer, or just a grateful Magnemite as you see on screen. And the story gets you to care about what's going on about these characters, and it really gives you engaging twists that you'd never see coming. However, that's not it, because with Pokemon games, there's usually, and I say usually, a very rich post-game that rewards you for taking on optional missions, and this game is no different. Once you beat the main story, you have hours and hours of, in fact, more challenging dungeons and more secret, surprises to find, which I really like. You see, you can make yourself rank up depending on how many missions you take, and that will unlock some really cool secrets in the game, and I highly recommend doing that. Alright, so as a reviewer, we gotta talk about some dislikes about the game. Now, sometimes your teammates will do some stupid shit, and I know I just talked about the whole IQ thing and you can alleviate that problem, but it just pisses me off when I'm walking, there's a sleeping Pokemon, we're gonna walk past it, and your teammate wakes him up. And also there's something called monster houses, which will spawn a huge horde of enemies in the room, and it can be fun, it's a nice challenge, but it can also cut your adventure short. And point is, I'm nitpicking like always, but those two things, they're very minor, and besides that, the story is pretty good. The game's pretty good. All in all, Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team, which is its counterpart, are good games to pick up. I highly recommend you hop on a cool ROM, download the emulator and the ROM like I just did, and have some fun with it. It's a really cool game, and it has some strategy, which is not seen as often in most of the main series games. Also, the storyline throws you for some great curves. It'll tug at the feels every once in a while, and you'll feel satisfied building a rescue team and just saving the world. So I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. It's a good game. You're going to have a lot of fun playing it. However, it's not a masterpiece by any means. But like I said, pick it up, try it out for yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you share with your friends and maybe subscribe for some more. I do other game reviews, and I also have Let's Plays that I do. So make sure you do that. Have a great day, and I'm Andrew, and I will see you guys later.